Hello, I'm Kathleen Hall, and this is The Way I See It.
I'm Ken Pierre, and this is the way I see it.
Well, it's April, and it's National Humor Month. Humor and laughter and all those wonderful things. And who, with tax season just being over, and with our political climate and natural disasters and everything else.
How can you not laugh?
Yeah, it's hard to laugh. That's why it becomes a spiritual and a mental health practice, seriously. That I studied with, people like the Dalai Lama or Thich Nhat Hanh or even health experts at universities on research on humor and laughter. And so even in the worst of circumstances, it is a practice. It is a discipline almost. If you'll notice that Desmond Tutu, who went through apartheid, South Africa, horrible things, if you'll notice, the Dalai Lama, they go around, and Thich Nhat Hanh, they go around with a smile on their face. And it is a practice because they feel that it changes everything, and it changes the people that look at you. It changes your message, who you be as a person. And this is way before we had the science showing that when you smile, what hormones you release, what chemicals you release, your zygote muscles here in your face, how it changes everything, how it changes the expression of your eyes. So we thought it was just a spiritual practice and being kind, and now we actually know there are health benefits to it. But I know you heard this week too, because we talked about it. Barbara Bush, God rest her soul, died this week.
Rest in peace.
And the Enforcer.
The Enforcer.
I love her. And in it, when they, in several interviews, they asked her what was the core of her and George Bush's 73-year marriage. And she said, that's simple. She said it was a sense of humor and laughter. She said that was the core, because they were always, whether he was with the CIA or he was a fighter pilot or, president, losing the presidency, the Gulf War, zillions of things that had gone on in their life, the loss of a child of leukemia, that they always came back to the bedrock of humor.
I have something to say. So when I was in the military, I was stationed in Korea, and I'll never forget, I was working with security forces, and there was Captain Douglas. I'll never forget Captain Douglas. He taught me about washing my face, and not literally, because of course my face is washed, but he used that expression with laughter. It changes your whole because at first, I'm not saying that I didn't feel like I didn't belong with the security forces. I mean, I had a little bit more training than them, and I was helping them, but it was just certain things that went on with the commander and stuff like that. So he was like, "Oh, I learned this at a young age, and you're around the age that I was, and I'm gonna let you know to wash your face. It's contagious. You have a great smile. You give off a different energy, and people are always going to be magnetic towards who you are. So wash your face." And so I always just emulate that.
Yes, wash your face. I love that. God, is that a cool hook or whatever? Wash your face. What a great title for an article. I love it, because that's really what it's about. And also the health benefits we just talked about. You get an immune boost. You can, when you laugh or smile, especially laughter, you actually create more blood in your heart because you're laughing. You exercise your lungs and your abdomen and your face, and it relaxes you.
Use less muscles when you smile.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It strengthens relationships. Think about it. That the relationships you have with friends, coworkers and stuff, there's a bonding, there's a vulnerability. There's this inner connection. Don't you think it's a heart connection the minute we start laughing?
And you make a connection with your eyes too, because you're inviting someone into, your smile. Like I feel like that's totally interchangeable.
Yeah, and they've done several studies that show on longevity. Most of the people, one of the things is they eat breakfast, of course.
Of course.
And another pretty consistent thing is they have a really good sense of humor.
I love that.
So how do you bring more humor into your life no matter what's going on? And seriously, starting a bad day, a flat tire, you go into work and one of the people you love has been let go or whatever, or your kids, you get the call from the principal. We've all had that. And if you haven't, you're lying.
Not yet.
So one of the first things you can do is the spiritual and physical and emotional practice of smiling. Another one is playfulness. We've written a lot of books. There have been a lot of books written lately, and I've actually, Stuart Brown has one on playfulness. And playfulness is a huge way to have a sense of humor and to laugh. we have lost it. A lot of it in our
corporate?
computer age and in corporations. The worry again, political, social effects, all this.
Desensitization of violence.
Yes,
I feel like.
violence, exactly. You can't turn on the television without seeing violence or pick up a paper.
You're right.
For anybody who has a newspaper anymore.
You.
Yes, my husband loves to read the paper.
I pick them up every day, guys.
Yeah, I look. I'm an online kind of person, but he has me read it. But he loves to read the paper. He does know a bunch of junk too. He's like the data manager and the news manager of the planet. So there is a lot to be said. But playfulness and so don't be playful with your kids, with your spouse, with your coworkers, with your neighbors. It will change every single thing about your relationships. And then be playful with animals. Have an animal in the house. We know that creates a sense of humor. No matter how serious you want to get. Think about you and I working.
And Grace.
We have 2 dogs, and
Olivia.
a cat running around, a tripod, 3-legged cat. So, don't we? We'll be sitting there and all of a sudden he'll burst out laughing and I'll look up and look over and the dogs are doing God knows what.
Guys.
But no matter how serious you want to get, don't they?
Yeah, it makes you feel good.
And also keep, I have Jack Russells, of course. So when you throw a ball, they play with them. They aren't animals. They're so playful. Yeah. And if you look at horse behavior, we were in the horse business, cats, all animals, birds, they have a playful nature about them. Mm-hmm. That's why they bend down and they learn to play. It's part of the survival instincts of any being born on the planet is playfulness. When you lose that, you really change everything about you. Now you can have hashtag LOL. There's all kinds of funny stuff online. Go to YouTube, right? Mm-hmm. Funny videos are always trending.
Always trending.
Because it just
animal
shows
videos.
Yeah.
Always.
Television. Watch if you really get down. Watch 2. You cannot watch 2 Seinfelds or 2 Modern Families. Can you believe that without laughing?
You're right.
Don't you think?
I love it.
Unless you have a lobotomy scar. and if you're watching it with somebody you love and just kind of feel if you don't see it, they may have covered it.
Listen to her.
And also games. Play games.
Yeah.
Yeah, play games if you have to online. That's okay. But try to play board games. Or get outside. They have if you just even have a small apartment complex, you can get these little like tennis games and stuff that are plastic. You can get on Amazon that you put them up and hit the ball and laughter.
That'd be good for the summer.
Yeah, that'd be great for the summer. And if you really want to play and do laughter, go to Walmart or a place and get the 12-inch blue swimming pools like I get and put your little skinny bathing suit on with a beautiful body like I have and then play with your dogs in the water. And your neighbors will really love you with the hose. And
I hope y'all have floaties on.
Yeah. On my thighs. I don't wear them on my arms and around my neck. So that's for me. Humor, sense of humor. Okay.
She has a great one. I feel like that's really projected how she uses her energy in life, and I try to emulate what she does.
And I had a really, 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 really tough childhood.
I know that's what.
But my mother was funny. I mean, as evil and demonic as my father was. And the stuff we survived from him in our lifetime. My mother was pretty freaking funny. She was always funny. Yeah. Anyway, thanks.
My name is Ken Pierre. This is the way I see it.
And I'm Kathleen Hall. This is the way I see it. Smile, please.
Have a great week, guys.